there, you're welcome to Let's Talk Showbiz here on the JoyNews channel. My name is Doreen Avio, and today I want to encourage you on something. Actually, it's not me. It's a gospel musician who is in town, and she's ready to actually give hope to a lot of people who are thinking of giving up on life. Her name is Irabna. She's a gospel musician based outside. And also, I have some updates on Miss V. I mean, her secondary school back in the day. Joe Metal is also in the news. Michael Blackson is in there. It's quite packed today, and I want you to sit down and relax as I bring them to you one after the other right here on the JoyNews channel. Do not go anywhere. If you're just joining in, this is Let's Talk Showbiz, and we're starting with gospel musician Irabna, who arrived 2 days ago into the country. Now, guess what? She's here not to minister, just not to minister the gospel, but she's also here to give hope. She's going to go on a tour, and actually, especially in churches, to encourage people who are thinking of giving up in life. She feels a lot of people are depressed, people are not happy, the current situation in the country, economic hardship and all that. So she is here to give hope to all of them, telling them that, listen, there is a God and everything will be all right. Let's take a listen to gospel musician Irabna.
So this is all about the church tour, the This Far Church tour. I see a ministry God has given me that goes right from the church to the outside world. God is placing me in a pedestal that I'm supposed to move people from, not out of the troubles of life, but from entitlement to gratitude. And at that point, we'll realize that the life we have is more than enough, even if we don't have everything we have. So it's just about making people aware of the fact that it is a blessing to be alive. Pain is not permanent. No situation is permanent. But in the midst of the storms, praise is worth raising.
In this troubling times, what would you say to the body of Christ and everything?
This world has flawed love, so people betray, people disappoint. Pain is inevitable. But at the end of the day, the Bible says that we have a high priest who knows all our weaknesses. So he knows the pain. He's been through it. Jesus has been through it. So I want to tell everybody that whatever the case is like in your life, do not give up. Do not consider suicide. Do not think of turning back, because the way ahead is brighter and there is light at the end of the tunnel. Everything will come to make sense at the right time.
Right, so that was gospel musician Irabna. So let's just look forward to it. You never know, it might be a church coming close to you, wherever you are. Now, away from that, back in school, I remember some of us when we finished GSS back then, we're all looking forward to go to SSS, but we're looking for the easy way out. I mean, subjects that were not difficult. For instance, I studied visual arts. But one person who has come out to say something quite interesting is musician Miss V. The fact that she thought that going to study home economics was one of the easiest for her, only to find out that it was actually the most difficult one. She said she didn't have any option but to go through it that way, but she said she was naturally lazy, hence that subject. Let's listen to her as she spoke to Rosalind on Prime Morning.
How did you come into the music scene? What happened?
That's the shocker, you know, because I didn't plan on doing music. I literally just stumbled upon this blessing. I didn't send myself to see any producer, nothing. Someone, my friend, you know, I started with a girl band, D3.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So Samira Buhari, the one who formed the girl band, she called me. She went to St. Mary's with me. She called me and said she wanted to form a girl band. I said no, because my father is an Ewe man and he doesn't understand some of these things. So, but she managed to force me to go to the studio. Richie heard my voice and he liked it, and that was it. But I had no plans on doing music. Yeah.
And I found you.
Yeah.
What did you want to be, you know, as a
I had
young
no
girl?
idea. I was still figuring myself out.
So what did you study in the secondary school?
I did home economics, and that's a very, very interesting story, because when I went to secondary school, I picked home economics because I was lazy. I didn't want to learn. And then I came to understand that it was one of the toughest things to actually do.
The practicals.
Because the practicals take so much time.
I tell you.
From you just trying to put your head in your book to read. So it was tough. And then that's where I learned my first lesson. Nothing in life is easy. Yeah. So everything is difficult. It's so far as you want to succeed at it, it's difficult.
So you did well in the home econs.
It was tough, but I tried.
Did you lose interest at a point?
Oh, when I realized it was hard, I lost interest because from beginning, I didn't want to do science or anything because I thought, oh, it would be too stressful. So I picked home economics. And then I realized that was a mistake because that was very difficult. Yeah, it was.
So so the home econs, there are two. There's the cooking
and I did clothing and textiles.
Oh, so you can sew?
No, I threw it away a long time ago. I have no interest. No.
But there's money in that sector.
But it's just not my thing. No, singing is my thing. If there was a singing course, yeah, I would have done that.
Could it have been that it's just because it was difficult? That's why you decided not to even pursue it?
I can't see, and they want me to be putting the thread. I can't see. I was suffering. It was too much. I hated it.
How long have you been wearing glasses, medicated?
Since I was 8 years old.
Really?
Yeah. And it should have been earlier, but they found out because my teachers had to call my mom and my dad and told them that every time I was like this when I was trying to write. That's how they...
Move straight to the Doreen Avio show, which airs every Saturday on Joy Prime at 5 p.m. Well, should I say last week's own was quite interesting. It was all about Fix the Country, a movement that was started, should I say 2 years ago, by one young man by name Carly J. And, after all of it, it came with a lot of controversies. But speaking on the Doreen Avio show, Carly J said that he never used his platform or movement to promote any political party as perceived or as speculated by many. He said that he had friends who were into politics, but he never did that. And he's also of the opinion that, listen, in as much as he did all of that, he thinks that it got the necessary attention it deserved. Let's listen to him. About the response from Ghanaians.
Okay, yeah, it went a bit far. I usually do Twitter trends on my own, and sometimes I need a team too. So it was just like a trend to help push our voices, and then it went beyond expectations. We were trending worldwide for close to 2 days, 3 days. All the major media outlets picked it up: BBC, Al Jazeera, and all that. So I felt it got the attention we needed, but now it's left with the results that we want to see.
All right, so that was Carly J there. Make sure you are tuned in every Saturday at 5 p.m. to listen or watch the biggest show on Joy Prime at the moment, the Doreen Avio show. Make sure you're in tune because this weekend it's going to be more exciting on the show. Now, away from that, Michael Blackson, oh my goodness. I mean, he's one person that at the moment in Ghana, when you mention his name, a lot of things come to mind, especially his project he put up in Swejo, of course, the school. But this time, he's gone out there and he's talking about superstars, and he feels that we have only 4 superstars in Ghana, namely Shatawale, Stonebwoy, Sarkodie, and Black Sherif. And he says he's also here to add up. Let's listen to Michael Blackson.
Everybody, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Everybody get your own blessing. Got to share not to be able to write the hit back. But the time I'm ready to get to another dear on the table be baseline. The person you were hitting the chief because you have to check what you got in the daytime. So when the good time comes, everybody fight up on the countryside. Even though I don't see that the mama stuck on the right side. If I think about the place where I came from and all the things that I've been through, it's kind of funny how you niggas want to say so. Say, be I think the crowd means to. Because I started off broke. Or when I'm a girl, but the nigga don't choke. Nobody for trying if you know they want smoke. I know it's hard, but I'm giving you hope. When you're feeling like the world is against you, and you're back against the wall, God is going to send you an angel. Now, maybe I go rise when you fall, so don't stop. Stay strong. It'll be overnight. It will take long. See, when you go 10 times down, thank you so much.
Right, so that was Michael Blackson there, but we hope that there are more, there are more stars in Ghana. There are people who are doing stuff on the low, but you know, he's a comedian, so sometimes I just like to laugh off some of these things. Bringing us to the end of Let's Talk Showbiz. I hope you had a good time right here on the show. A very big thank you to you, Lucas. Thank you to you, Ike, and well, everyone who made this possible for us to bring you Let's Talk Showbiz. Remember to also log on to myjoyonline.com, the entertainment page, for more of our stories. Until then, have a great evening.